Hey, what's going on, my fellow idiots? Welcome back for another episode of Idiot Proof Cooking. We've got a nice short and sweet video today. I'm going to show you how to braise short ribs, which is a nice and simple yet really tasty dinner idea. Every once in a while I make them for Meg and the kids here because they are super simple to make. You just throw everything in a pan and you braise them for a couple of hours. You can make sides, which will, take more dishes, but the general principle of braising short ribs is everything is in one pan and they come out so tender and delicious. Really, if you don't know how to make them, then this video should help you learn how to make them. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start off with is the actual beef short ribs. So I've got about 1.5 pounds of them here. As you can see the little bones of each rib, and we're going to cut them up so that we can braise them individually. So it's pretty straightforward. Just get out a sharp knife and cut in between each bone of the rib, and then you have some diced up beef short ribs. I've got about 8 of them here. And then we're going to dunk them in some all-purpose flour because we're going to sear them all, and dunking them in all-purpose flour just aids in the searing process. So just do it one at a time. Dunk each side of your short rib into the all-purpose flour until they're all done, and then we're going to head into the kitchen and start searing these. So what we have here is a 12-inch cast iron skillet with some high heat oil. I used avocado oil. Heat the pan for 4 to 5 minutes on a high heat, and then we're just going to sear 3 or 4 pieces of the short rib at a time. Now I'm going to sear pretty much every single side of the short ribs, but you certainly don't have to. You can just sear 1 or 2 sides of them. Really, this is just about enhancing the flavor of the ribs. You're not looking to cook them all the way through, so really just sear however many sides of the short rib you want, and it's really only going to take 45 seconds to a minute per side to sear them. So after you've cleared some of them out of your pan, just repeat the process until all of your short ribs are seared. They look amazing, and then take them out because it's time to start adding in vegetables into the pan, starting off with a large white onion diced finely, and then 2 to 3 large carrots also diced finely, and then last but not least 2 or 3 stalks of celery also diced finely. Throw them all into the pan, and then we're just going to stir these around and cook them for the next 5 to 6 minutes until they get nice and fragrant and soft. And then we're going to add in a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm using 3 cloves here, and I'm just going to crush them in. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again, don't forget to scrape down your mincer. As you can see, a lot of the garlic gets left over, and you don't want to miss out on that. So just mix your garlic in and let it cook for the next 45 seconds to a minute. Once that's done, we're going to add in a 6-ounce can of tomato paste and stir that all in with the vegetables until it's thoroughly incorporated. What I like to do now is just let everything rest and just cook and caramelize for the next 3 to 5 minutes. As you can see, it's caramelized up a little bit, the tomato paste that is, and then we're going to deglaze the pan with 2 cups of a dry red wine. I'm using Cabernet Sauvignon, so just give that a quick mix in, and then we're going to add in some additional liquids with 2 cups of beef stock. Either use the box stuff or your homemade stuff, whatever you have, and then, like the wine, mix everything together until it's thoroughly incorporated. It's at this point in time we're going to add some spices in, starting off with a tablespoon of dried parsley and then a tablespoon of dried thyme. I'm then going to add in a couple of bay leaves. There's 1, and you know what, maybe we'll throw in, well, not that many, that's a whole handful, so just 3 or 4 bay leaves, and then a teaspoon of dried rosemary, a good pinch of kosher salt, and then last but not least, a few twists of freshly ground black pepper. Then, really easy, just mix all the spices in until they're thoroughly incorporated with everything here. Next in is the short rib. Go get them and start nestling them into your liquids here, and we're almost done. Well, we're almost ready to start cooking these, so just nestle them all in, and then what we're going to do is reduce the heat to a medium-low, cover the pan with a lid, leave a little crack so that a little bit of steam can escape. We're just going to braise these for the next 2 to 2.5 hours on a medium-low heat, and they're going to come out looking like this. Look at that. The short ribs are nice and tender, and they're starting to pull away from the bone, and all of the sauce is thickened up. These smell just absolutely beautiful, and we're almost done. These are ready to go. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's head out into the other room and plate these. One more quick close-up shot. Look at how gorgeous these all are. I can't begin to describe it, how just amazing the smell is. All right, so here we go. I made some mashed sweet potato. Why sweet potato over regular potato? Because because I prefer mashed sweet potato. So really simple, right? So throw in either your mashed potato or mashed sweet potato, throw one of your short ribs in, and then I'm going to throw a little bit of the sauce and some of the vegetables in to garnish here. Look at that. That looks fantastic. All right, one more close-up shot. Oh man, this was a super simple dinner. It comes together like very simply here, and it looks and smells amazing. So you know what? Let's stop talking about it like this. Let's get into taste testing it, shall we? All right. So first off, some of the mashed potatoes with the vegetables and sauce, and it's amazing. It's nice and flavorful. It's super rich, and the mashed sweet potato really complements this flavor over regular mashed potatoes. I think like regular mashed potatoes, there's something to be said about them, but I think sweet potatoes are way better. Anyways, I'm trying to give Rose a bite here, and as you can see, she definitely wants the short rib over the mashed sweet potato. So you know what, let's cut into it here and give it a try here first. I'll just cut myself off a piece here, and let's go in and taste the actual short rib, dip it in the sweet potato and sauce, and oh wow, that is so good. That is so good. It is rich and tender, and it just falls apart in your mouth. Oh man. All right, another bite of the sweet potato. This one is really enjoyable, and as you can see, Rose is pumped to try it. Oh, one more bite for me. Sorry, Rose, you'll get a bite. Don't worry. Here we go. Let's go in for Rose. Blow it off here because it's still pretty piping hot. And oh, she's blowing it off too. What a cutie. What a cutie. Okay. Taste test time for Rose. Let's see if she likes it. And there we go. Sorry, Rose, kind of a big bite, but does she like it? Hey, we need the thumbs up, Rose. Did you like it? Did you like it? There it is. She approves. Awesome. All right, guys, let's leave it there. That was a lot of fun to make, and it was super easy. Like, if there's anything to take away from this is how easy that came together, and it is just absolutely amazing. So if you like what you saw here today, why don't you drop me a comment, like the video, or even subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching Eating Proof Cooking, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, and look who's back for one more bite. See you again soon, guys.